in an interview I had, I think it was with The Guardian or something, I had said this funny story about how at a gig I was standing at the merch stall watching the support band, and someone came up to me and asked me if they could buy the poster, which I'm on, and had no clue that it was me.
Because you got your back to it.
Yeah,
course, yeah,
fair enough. But even still, they were at a gig to see us, and I just thought it was funny. And
did you tell them? Did you hold up the poster next to your face and just go, "Can you see the similarity between me and that dude there?"
I was far too embarrassed.
Right. Okay.
But I told the story to the Guardian or whoever it was, and then the researcher, this lovely girl called Vicky,
on the Graham Norton Show.
Right. Okay. She said to me, she'd read the story. Could we talk about it in the show? So which I said fine, obviously that's okay. So then they did it, but what they didn't tell me was they were going to then give me a close up on my face and say, "Remember this boy."
It's Graham Norton.
I know, but it got a laugh. So
how was that being on prime time? BBC One with Graham Norton, arguably I would say the best interviewer out there at the moment.
I think it's the biggest.
I think it's the biggest.
It is the biggest.
It's the most
talk show now in the UK. So it was cool. Brilliant. It was amazing. I think he's just really cool and really lovely. Yeah, genuinely funny guy.
To earth, yeah, such a nice guy.
Cool.
I'd have bottled it. I think I would have legged it last minute and just gone, I'm not ready for this.
I was nervous. I had a couple of beers before to calm myself.
Didn't you also do? Now I'm not familiar with the show because I don't watch American TV, but Jimmy Fallon in New York.
We did, yeah.
Was that equally as terrifying and just a little bit weird? Like, how did this happen?
I was more terrified by that, actually.
I wasn't even remotely nervous for that. Whereas the sort of Graham Norton, I think it's the home thing. Hannah's kind of similar to that. We always feel. The first ever big TV we did was in France called Le Grand Journal, which is like the biggest evening talk show there, and it almost feels not real because completely it's just somewhere foreign, so it doesn't matter what you do because no one's going to see it. But I mean, you were pretty nervous on Jimmy Fallon.
I think what it was with Jimmy Fallon was that it was like it's so iconic, that thing of an American television program, and like the way it all looks with the lights, and it's different to like any other TV. It's just you can tell that it's kind of got that Americanized something about it, and it was quite overwhelming, and I got quite nervous about it. But
and unsurprisingly, when this current UK tour wraps up, you're going to go over to do South by Southwest, I understand.
We are.
Yeah. Are you kind of prepared for that? Do you know anything about South by Southwest?
I mean, I've just heard loads of different stories and
good and bad, I imagine.
Yeah, good and bad. But I mean, I'm so excited about that. That's probably more what I'm excited about than any of the tour.
And then you're staying over there to do a bit of touring in America.
Yeah,
5 weeks of touring.
Yeah. Have you been before to do any extensive touring?
We did a 3 week tour.
Yeah, we did a sort of introductory tour.
Yeah. Covering huge distances in not a lot of time.
Yeah. We're kind of going more of the in-between places.
Right, okay. Cool. How does it differ going over there and doing your thing, and how do the Americans receive your brand of pop music?
Well, I think the first time we were there before it felt like a lot of the crowds were, because it was so early there that they were that was our first ever tour before we'd even toured in the UK. So it kind of felt like for every one person that was there that came to see us, they brought a few of their mates who didn't know who we were. So I almost had this feeling sometimes of kind of winning the audiences over more, whereas I think hopefully this, and it was amazing, but I think maybe this time it will be more like your traditional touring where, because for example there wasn't much singing and all that kind of stuff because a lot of it was
pretty good still.
It was really fun. I just feel like
you have to bear in mind that I think our album isn't actually out there officially yet. It's had a digital release, but it's having its physical release in the next month or so.
Hello America.
Hello America.
Yeah, there we go. And, so it's on the internet, by the way.
Yeah.
Which is all over the world.
Okay, yes, I've heard about that thing, the internet. I always have this joke with Doc because we get a lot of interviews that we do. People say to us, what do you think of the internet? How has it helped you?
Do people still ask that question?
For God's sake, come on!
Down my final question.
And what's the name? What's the reason for the name?
I wasn't gonna. Why have you spelt grammar that way? Did you get that one as well instead of the E? Yeah.
Well, I mean, because it's right.
Because that's right.
But have you seen people write your name with the E?
Presumably they spelled it that way because they're stupid.
But possibly, I definitely spelt it with the A.